All right, let's start our audio log. Ready?
Ready.
Elbow nudge to Star Command. This is episode 36, and our mission, cover Lightyear.
Stardate 2022. There seems to be no signs of intelligent life forms anywhere.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that. I'm here with you.
Besides my co-host, of course.
All right, I'll take it. All right, signing off. Let's begin.
We're covering Lightyear, huh?
Yeah, another recent movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's come out, what, now, like last
A week ago? As of this recording, a week ago, yeah.
Yeah.
This is also Pixar's first theatrical release since...
Onward?
Onward, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had Soul, Luca, and Turning Red since then, and now Pixar is back in theaters, and animation has kicked up quite a bit for this movie.
It did. Big time.
Oh, yeah.
But, Caroline, I was excited to talk about this.
Okay.
I think
That's
there's a lot
great.
to say about this movie.
I think so too. Where do you want to start?
We have to start with your opinions on the movie overall.
You know, I've really had a mixed feeling about this movie since I watched it. Like, I was really excited to go into this film just because of the whole the space and this whole premise. Like, I was really digging it. I was looking forward to it. But I think I walked out of there a little bit whelmed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's just part of the whole buying into the hype or whatever that you're like, huh, I thought it'd be a little bit more. But the marketing for this movie said that, like, oh, this is the movie Andy saw in 1995, and this was his favorite movie. And I don't know if this would be a favorite movie.
Caroline, we're on the same page. When I walked out the theater, I thought, that was kind of bland. I felt like it had no direction. I was not excited after watching that movie.
I was thinking back to your stepdad and Far From Home. I was like, that was a little lame.
No Way Home, actually. He said
No Way Home. No Way Home. My bad. But yeah, I was like, that was just a little bit.
I love his opinion on things. I'm going to ask him what he thinks about Obi-Wan when we do it.
Oh yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, because he's caught up. He watches all the Star Wars stuff. So
excellent, a man of culture. Yes.
But yeah, let's start right there because yes, what do you think about this being Andy's favorite movie?
I was watching this film in a theater. There were children present, and the children were getting bored. Now, obviously, children of 2022 are different of children of 1995, but still, I think this movie was a little bit boring for kids. And that's
adults.
And a little bit, just a little bit. You know, there was a lot I liked about this movie. I actually have a pros and cons list that I made right when I got out of the theater. I was sitting down with my buddies and I was writing it in the back of the car. I was like,
how do you want to break it down?
I think we'll start positive, right? Let's go with some pros.
Okay.
Pros, the music. The music is very Star Wars-y. I was watching it with Ashley. She leaned over during one scene and said, "This sounds very Star Wars." And I was like, "You're paying attention. I love that." And yeah,
you're
it did.
Not asleep.
I mean, like, she's paying attention to the music. You know, she's actually taking that in and considering that. That was really cool. And I was thinking it. I was like, oh yeah, this music does sound really Star Wars. The animation, beautiful. Wow. Pixar is going above and beyond here. This is great. Or should I say they're going infinity and beyond.
Thank you. I was just going to tell you.
I was ready. We're on the same wavelength in this episode. Socks was a really good, really funny character. I just have in pros on a bullet is just Socks. I love him. I want a cat like that.
Socks is not even fair as a character. He's a cat. He doesn't have to speak, and he's automatically a crowd favorite.
But he's so cute. Even when he shoots that dart, like, did you have that in case of I bought you 5 minutes?
And of course, you want to say it or I say it?
You go ahead.
Meow 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 meow.
And when he fixes stuff, he's like beep 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 beep.
I'm watching. I'm like, oh, come on. That's just like, it's just too good. It's not fair. Like, of course, like you're gonna have to love this cat. Of course.
When Izzy is petting him and Buzz is like stop touching him. He's like, why? But he likes it. Do you? I do.
Yeah. But I was reading recently that cats, or the majority of cats, don't like belly rubs, and that's their vulnerable spot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very opposite of dogs.
I forgot where I was reading it, or I probably saw a video on it, and they said, yeah, you can't pet cats in the belly. I'm sure there's cats out there that you can, but for the most part, yeah, they start like scratching you, and it's almost like a fight that you challenge them. I
For
used to own 2 cats as a kid growing up.
and did they like their bellies scratched?
Never.
Should I text some cat owners real quick?
Yeah, right now, let's see if we can get
Okay.
live responses.
Okay,
Just ask if does your cat like belly rubs?
okay. I'm texting.
And if they say yes, then ask them to take a picture of their arms to see if they have scratches on their arm. And we'll keep going and see if you get a response. I also saw, I'm pretty sure it was a video. But yeah, also if you look cats in the eyes too long, they also take that as a challenge and then they jump at you. I had a cat like that.
It's a challenge.
I had a cat like that. Like I looked at it like scared, honestly. His name was Sylvester because he looked like Sylvester.
That's a cute name.
Yeah, he was black and white. And he would always jump on me, like jump at my neck and shoulders, and if I looked at him too long. But anyways, that's my cat story.
I've never had a cat. I've had dogs my whole life since I was a baby. I was born and my parents had a dog, and then so I've never had experience with kitty cats.
Cats are cool. They're cool. But I feel like you have to find the one that loves you or work really hard to make them just settle for you.
Also, I think about it in just the grand scheme of things. Woody was a dog guy. You know, he had Buster, Slinky,
Yeah,
Bullseye, and here's Buzz with a cat.
that's true. I didn't think of that. That's cool.
It just dawned on me right now.
All right, you want to knock out a few more pros that you got?
The comedy was pretty funny. There was a lot of times where the jokes hit and I laughed out loud. I can't name any of the jokes though off the top of my head. It was really funny, and this is not like a movie thing like because of the movie, but I saw it with my friend Ivan and the AI's name is Ivan. And so there's a lot of times where the AI is going like I can't remember, but it's like self-destruct in 5 seconds and he's like, not now, Ivan. And so we were quoting that all night.
Yeah, his feelings having to be converted to liking AIs again, or what?
Yeah,
No,
it was
autopilot, right? Autopilot.
yeah.
I actually thought it was a little light on comedy.
Yeah, it definitely was. But anytime there was a joke, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. The comedy writing part was pretty good.
You just reminded me. I wanted to bring up a joke for Toy Story 3 that I forgot to mention that I really like.
You want to say it now?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I really liked, because it was a very funny movie overall, but I like when they were in the garbage chute and then Woody says, not all at once. What did he say? I think he said all at once. That was like my favorite joke. Because you hear it so low too. You hear him say, you hear, Ham goes, I think he said all at once. Just very low in the background.
I love Ham in every movie just because of that. First, the John Ratzenberg voice and the delivery where he's like, Buzz, I was a yo-yo. Was. And then, okay, not all at once. What did he say? I think he said all at once. So quick, so poignant. Love him. What an icon.
All right. Back to Lightyear, right?
Back to Lightyear. You know, I think I'll make a little divot here because that was kind of the end of my pros list. Sorry, Lightyear.
I don't think I have a pros list, honestly.
I'll make a little divot in that the plot for this movie is very interstellar. Did you get that? Did you feel that?
Yeah. Yes. But I feel like they didn't commit to any one of the ideas they had going on.
You're right. I was getting a lot of Interstellar. I was even getting Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, that's the premise of Mass Effect Andromeda, is that you have all of these people like in cryo sleep in a ship, and you're like there's like a handful of people flying the ship to get them to a habitable planet. They crash and you got to make a home for them there. Like that's the plot
That's
for
exactly it.
yeah, that was the plot for Mass Effect Andromeda. It's like, all right, we have this colony. Now we have to make it livable. And then you're a pathfinder, so you have to go find other planets to live on too. Like they're not just going to live on that planet. So that's where it diverges a little bit, but the premise is the same.
It really is. The Space Rangers kind of have that responsibility to investigate a planet before the rest of Space Command intervenes.
Star
But
Command? Mm-hmm.
yeah, what did I say? Space Command?
Yeah, but you're
Okay.
close. Also, I just got confirmation from one cat owner. It's a 50-50. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Same cat, but depends on the day.
Yes.
All right. 50-50, those are good odds.
They said they can't pet their belly for very long because it's a valuable spot for them.
Then the
So,
claws come out.
mm-hmm.
I figured. So socks is pretty different.
Socks. Maybe it's because
Or maybe it was a 50-50 kind of day.
Maybe it's because Buzz left him alone for so many years. And he
He
was
needed
like,
affection.
I need some kind of affection.
Even for a cat. Yeah, for a cat, it takes decades for them to finally warm up to you. So before I forget, because yeah, I want to get into the Interstellar Mass Effect comparisons, but
Mm-hmm.
starting with the Andy one, I wanted to say, yeah, this doesn't seem like a movie that he would be so excited about to run out and get a Buzz toy. This does not seem fun or like a kids movie or even anything that you can. I don't know. Like when I walked out the theater, and I'm not a kid, but I didn't feel like, oh yeah, Space Rangers are awesome, or like, yeah, Star Command is so cool. Like I feel like we didn't learn anything about that. Like I don't even know what a Space Ranger does according to this movie. We saw just a glimpse of their first mission, trying to get the turnip, and they explained what they were supposed to be doing, but they spent far less time as Space Rangers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was
No Star
thinking,
Command whatsoever.
yeah, none. And a lot of this movie is just them trying to get off this planet. Like, just the story seemed a little bit weird because he's a space cadet, right? That's what he is, or a
I
space
guess so.
ranger.
They call him Captain.
He's a space ranger, and he, you would think that you'd see him. There was a Buzz Lightyear show. I don't know if you ever saw it. It was like on Disney XD or
I never
whatever.
saw it, but yeah, I know.
It was
I know
on,
the show.
and that's like the plot is he has this crew and he's fighting off Zerg, and they're a space force. They're supposed to defend Earth or humanity from attacks. But in this movie, we hardly really see him. Like, yes, he goes into space to try out the hyperdrive thing, but that's a little bit of all we see of him being a space ranger. And it's a really interesting direction that they went with for the plot. I was looking up 90s sci-fi films to be like, what sci-fi movies were coming out around that time. And you got stuff like Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got like Men in Black, Like these are really cool sci-fi movies. And this movie, I feel like, would not make it amongst the ranks with those films.
Not at all. No.
And so for this to be Andy's favorite movie, and I'm using air quotes, is just, it's questionable.
It did say favorite movie, right, in the intro?
This was his favorite movie. Yeah.
That is so weird. But I guess kids kind of just latch on to whatever they want.
I wanted for this movie to have like, yeah, I was thinking about it like, what if the direction for this film veered 90s nostalgia retro, even like the marketing and stuff, because everybody who was a kid in the 90s has grown up now. We wanted to go see this movie. And yes, you can also make it for kids. Like you can make a 90s retro film like that's good for adults and kids now. And I really feel like they could have geared the storytelling and even the marketing, like the look of the film, to be more like 90s. And I think it would have been a much better fit, a more action and fun adventure than kind of what we got here. It was a really weird direction to take Buzz Lightyear and go interstellar with it.
Well, Interstellar would have been a great movie to be inspired by, but they didn't fully commit to it. And I like the 90s idea too. I actually thought we would be seeing more 90s inspired movies. Remember when we were talking about it when Captain Marvel came out? I thought that was going to be the first movie to start the trend of the 90s nostalgia shows and
Mm-hmm.
movies, and that's not happening. It's still Stranger Things with the 80s.
It's the 80s. When will the
Yeah.
90s have their turn? God.
I think we're going to get to the 90s soon, but it's taking a while.
Pixar could have trailblazed it. They have that pull. They could have been the ones that instigated the 90s retro.
Yeah, because that's their era.
Yeah.
That's their era. They could do it. But yeah, because here's what I'm thinking. They have the story of, let's say, the Interstellar, right? They're trying to find the hyperdrive that works so that they can leave the planet. And that's like the first, I don't know, 30 minutes of the movie. Well, it is a overarching story, but I feel like they kind of drop it after a while, and then it becomes teaching the rookies about Space Command and how to work as a team. And then it becomes about the Zerg stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it all loses its focus, because even the hyperspace hyperdrive testing, that gets like montaged. It gets done real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering, why are they speeding through this? Like, I guess it's not the main point, but even though it is, that's like the main thing that they're after till the very end. But they just run right through it. And then when they introduce the rookies, I don't remember all their names, but I know it's Hawthorne, granddaughter Hawthorne,
It was Izzy, Mo, and
Taika.
yeah, Mo is Taika.
That's yesterday. I was like, oh, because I was hearing his voice in the theater. I didn't know Taika was in the movie, and I'm like, that sounds just like Taika Waititi. I'm like, is it? I'm like, no, it can't be. It can't be. And then I was just back and forth, like, is it though? And it wasn't until yesterday I looked it up. I'm like, Taika, what are you doing here? Who invited Taika to this movie? He sounds just like himself.
Yeah, he's just Taika.
He's just Taika. And I gotta say, these rookies did not warm up to me.
I didn't want to hit that one right off the bat, but you're right. You're right. I have that in my cons list that the team dynamic just didn't work, you know? I didn't get that like same feeling. Like, I don't want to pull out a Marvel reference already, but like Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't get that they were a team.
I'm glad you brought it up because I was gonna bring it up eventually.
It's just like at the end of the movie, they tell Buzz, like, "Oh, you can have any of your best in Star Command," and he's like, "I've already got a team," and I was like, "You don't want them. You do not want them. No, 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 Buzz. Pick some professionals."
Yeah, this movie felt like they hit all the endpoints of where they wanted to end up with the relationships, but they didn't work towards any of them. In
They
my
got
eyes, I feel
yeah,
like they didn't get there.
they went from A to B, but there was no substance.
Yeah, it's like, because I feel like they expect the audience to know, like, hey, you know what story we're going for. We know this girl, she's trying to live up to her grandmother's standards, or like she wants to be like a grandma, a space ranger. And then, Buzz, he has to learn to not be so self-centered, or however you want to call it, or try to do things all on his own. He has to work as a team. And then that we're also trying to tell you that this group can be of value to Buzz, and they're his team and they could count on them. And we're just supposed to assume that. I felt like we never really saw it. They were just saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it just got rushed there. Except for, the Buzz thing that actually got hammered a little bit too many times. Like, Buzz, don't you remember? This is your team. Like, when they were stuck in the red cones.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
like
oh, well, I can't help you guys if I'm stuck in there with you. And they're like, we'll do it together. And then when he's flying, when he finally gets his wings, and then he's trying to like catch the spaceship from, they're like breaking the barrier, entering the planet again. They're like, you gotta help us level out, And there's a lot of moments where it's like, Buzz, you didn't get this lesson yet. You got to work as a team.
and this leads me to I think my biggest complaint about the movie is that Tony, this is not Buzz Lightyear.
No, this is Chris Evans.
This is an imposter that looks like Buzz Lightyear. But this is not Buzz Lightyear.
Hashtag not our Buzz.
You know, one of the things that I've always said about Buzz between the three movies is that he's the same guy. You could put him in demo mode, Spanish mode. You could put him in a little belt. Same guy.
Is he though? In Toy Story 3, you put him in demo mode and he went against all his friends.
I just mean, like, you know, personality wise, he's the
I know what
same
you
kind
mean,
of
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
He's always stand up. He's always very responsible. He always reports to Star Command. Yeah, that's what you mean, right?
Yeah, and then, you know, like in Toy Story 1, we have that montage where Buzz is getting along with all the toys. They're even like fixing up his ship or whatever and things like
Yeah.
that. And everybody likes him. He's getting along with everyone. We never see this kind of impatient, this I don't work with rookies. Like that's all new for this Buzz. And I was like, you would think the toy based on Buzz, like that the character would stay the same.
Yeah, I felt that too. I felt like they were building up to the Buzz we know because, of course, he has to grow in some way, right? This is a movie, so he has to learn some lesson or do something, right, for his character to develop in some way. So I thought this was it. Like, all right, so Buzz used to be a lone wolf or self-centered or however you want to call it, and he has to learn to work with others and to look out for others, and that's probably the Buzz that we come to know in Toy Story. But it never, I guess it kind of did that. You know, he learned, you know, he accepted the team and stuff, but by the end of the movie it never felt like, wow, this is Buzz Lightyear, the hero, the space ranger Buzz Lightyear. It never felt like that.
Yeah.
They actually put more attention on Hawthorne, like, oh, you know, salute to the statue. She was the greatest of us, you know? And she barely got any time to really show off what she could do.
I completely agree. And I feel like the movie could have done both. You could have this really great friendship and highlight like this character and stuff, but don't lose sight of the focus. The namesake of the film is Lightyear. And I just felt like I was really let down watching the movie Lightyear and not liking Buzz Lightyear. I was like, who are you? Imposter.
Yeah, it was just a little off. It was almost right. He was saying the right things. We heard a lot of the lines that we heard in Toy Story.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you remember a few?
No signs of intelligent life forms anywhere.
Yeah. They even got the first person point of view inside the helmet when he was looking
Yeah.
around.
That was the only time we see that. That never comes back.
I think one time is enough. We see it one time in Toy Story.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. But still,
He
I wanted
also
to see it at least
says,
one more time.
because you like the shot.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact line, but you know which one when I say it, where he goes, they never respond. Or why do they never respond? When he's like talking to Star Command. That's another one he says. But when he's a toy, it makes a lot more sense. But somehow they made it make sense in this movie too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
I like that he always narrates his stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are you narrating again?
Was it just me, or were there some scenes where the voice wasn't syncing up to the lips?
Okay, so you're not the only one that caught that.
Oh. So I'm not crazy.
Well then, I caught that for two scenes.
The very
One,
beginning, right?
yes, the very beginning, and two, when they had just gotten the vending machine, like food.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I can't remember what they said, but
The
I
meat,
do
bread, meat.
the meat bread meat, but I do remember looking at the mouth and it didn't match. And I was like, "Huh. I wonder if either they were supposed to say something else and then they were like, "Nah,
Oh,
dub it over."
interesting. I thought they just overlooked it.
Well, cuz that's what they do in animation is you record your lines first and then you animate over that. So, what if they didn't like the way this line came out or whatever they said and said, "Okay, just dub over it."
Re-record the line.
Yeah.
Maybe so. I didn't think about that. I thought it was just my eyes deceiving me. But I
your
guess it
old
still work.
your old man eyes
My old
ain't
man
giving up
eyes.
just yet.
All right, good. Also, a quick question. Again, this being a movie in the Toy Story universe, is this movie live action or is this movie animated for Andy?
Oh, that's a good question. I
What do you
think
think?
I think it's live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be, because they're going for that high level detail animation.
Did you ever see the picture that Disney posted of Andy watching Buzz, like with
No.
his toys? Here, Pixar tweeted this out.
While it loads. So also, this was the first time it was confirmed that it was a movie and not a game, because up until this point, we thought Buzz came from a game, right?
Yeah, especially with Toy Story 2 and there being a video game.
Yeah. So I guess the movie came first, and then a game based off the movie. And you know how well those usually do. What was that?
Don't worry about it.
Whoa. Wait. Rewind.
Nah.
Screenshot.
You can't.
Screenshot. I could actually have it right here. Wait. I got it right here, Caroline. It came up on my phone. I can read it.
That was still in my copy paste thing from the trivia. Don't worry about it.
I'm taking a peek behind the scenes of your notes.
No. Stop it. Read no further.
I already read it.
No.
I took it all in already. But you can still let the listeners know. They don't know. I'm not going to tell them unless you do.
Okay.
Anyways, let me look at this picture. What? That doesn't look like Andy. What the heck?
That is a photo
this is a different art style.
Yeah, but Pixar tweeted that out, that was him at the theater watching Lightyear.
So he took all his toys with him.
He took up 3 seats.
This guy is so rude.
You see,
this is a packed theater.
Do you think he put them all in his backpack? He's wearing a hat in the theater.
He has no Buzz apparel.
No, he's wearing a Star Command t-shirt.
Oh, okay. I can't. Now my old man eyes aren't working anymore.
He took Woody. Imagine Woody watching this movie like, eh.
So jealous.
No, Woody has no idea. He's just happy Andy's bringing him along for the ride. He has.
Wait. Yeah, this picture can't be canon, because then he would know Buzz when the Buzz toy shows up, right? Caroline?
I mean, I'm thinking about it, because
he would know Buzz already when he's on the bed. He would climb up and know, oh, you're a Buzz Lightyear.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't change too much. He would really just know his name. He wouldn't know that he would not know that he's...
The existential crisis would still apply, because
yeah.
You're not Buzz, you're a toy. Like, you're a toy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say, you're not Lightyear, you're Buzz Lightyear. And he's like, I know.
You know what was weird? In the beginning of the movie, there's a scene where Buzz gets knocked out by like one of the vines.
Mm-hmm.
And I quickly looked at his foot to see if it said Andy on it. Because his feet went flying. You were able to see the bottom of his feet.
Uh-huh. I didn't pay attention to that. I wasn't looking for it, but no Andy.
My eyes immediately went there. I'm like, it's got to say Andy on there. No Andy.
This is a little aside yet again, but have you seen the toy for Buzz Lightyear? Not the one we know and love.
But the Buzz Lightyear. The Lightyear toy.
Yes.
There is one? Like the Chris Evans?
Yes.
Toy?
Yes.
I got to see it. That's so weird. I didn't think about that. They would technically be able to make a new Buzz Lightyear according to this movie.
Yeah, and this is it.
Oh, you sent me your notes again.
No, I didn't. I made sure of it. I took a millisecond to look at the text box before I pressed send.
How do you send your notes the first time? You just had it copied?
I still had it copied from when I was making my doc a couple of minutes ago.
You copied it from where? Where you copied it and pasted it? Like from where to where?
I have my sources I will not disclose on the podcast.
From Notepad to what?
It goes from the source to the Google Doc.
Oh, you copied. Oh, so you didn't write that?
No, I didn't write that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I always have an annotation next to it of where I got it from, and then I'll say it a different way.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Just exposing me on air. Wow. Look at that toy. What do you think?
I think it looks pretty cool. We already know and love our original Buzz, but if this was the first Buzz, I think it would look cool. And if the movie was better, I think this would be really cool.
If the movie was better.
This would be a really cool toy if we came out of that theater excited. We'll be like, oh yeah, now this is Buzz.
Yeah, I was like, come on. Why do they? You can't improve on perfection. Look at
They
him.
messed up the eyebrow.
They messed up the colors. Look at how vibrant and happy his colors are. Why did we have to go DC Zack Snyder and desaturate everything to make it look cool?
Well, he got it at the end.
Yes, he did. But why is the toy like this then? Why isn't the toy like, Buzz?
Because they have to sell this one. They have to
Make it
sell a
the
new
same
one.
color. Make it the same color.
They have to sell a whole new one. They have to make it different. This is like a skin.
A skin. It's like a Fortnite skin.
Yeah,
We gotta buy our V-Bucks.
exactly right.
Oh my gosh.
They can't just resell the same Buzz again.
I want, just for curiosity's purpose now, I want a Woody's Roundup and see how they will improve Woody.
It would have to be the puppet. It would have to be, the string puppets.
Woody's Roundup. Come on, it's time to play.
He's the very best.
He's the rootinest, tootinest cowboy in the
Wild, Wild West.
I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I gotta sing a little song.
I want that Stinky Pete doll.
And it farts.
What did you think about the suit at the end of the movie, though? They got the colors exactly right.
Yeah, the suit at the end of the movie was good. I kind of wished he had his jetpack the whole film, but
Me too. I was waiting for it.
Yeah, it was nice when it did show up. It was epic and impactful, at least. But I did wish he had it from the get-go.
Am I spoiled, or because I wanted it to be more epic than what we got in the movie?
Oh, you're so right. I wanted everything to be more epic than what we got in the movie.
I feel like the scene in Toy Story 2 where fake Buzz is suction cupping up the elevator with the other toys, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna fly up, and he yells out to infinity and beyond. That was way more exciting than what we saw in this movie.
Yeah. Did he? I can't remember. Did he ever shout to infinity and beyond in this film? Or was it just the finger? Was it just to infinity?
He definitely didn't do it when he opened his jet wings. I'll tell you that.
I know.
That's when he should have done it.
I know.
And no, it's only the finger thing.
You can't mess with perfection, How hard was it for them to just copy and paste?
What? Copy and paste what?
Just copy
the movie, the suit.
Buzz as a character, his voice lines, his energy, paste into Lightyear. Why was that so hard?
Chris Evans did fine, right?
Oh yeah, in terms of voice acting, everybody did pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
I think everybody did a good job. I wasn't feeling like what's it called? Like I could hear the actor behind the microphone. I really did feel like, even like for Chris Evans, I thought I was going to hear a lot of Captain America, and I didn't. I was really feeling that I was listening to Buzz Lightyear.
What's Izzy, right? Izzy's the girl's name.
Uh-huh.
There's a scene where they're driving, and then she quickly yells out, "On your right." I feel like that was a missed opportunity to say "on your left."
Actually, I have it in the notes that was intentional. Pixar put that in there as an homage to "On Your Left."
The homage would have been if she said "left."
I agree.
I was "on your right" and homage to "on your left." How?
Hey, this is an interruption. We have a cat update.
Okay.
From my second friend who has a cat. They said, I know cats don't usually like it, but my cat doesn't care. So they let me pet their belly.
So maybe they are right with socks. I think it's also the technique of how you pet the belly.
You got to start with the top and then work your way down to the bellies.
Yeah. And you can't be quick either and startle them. I've been scratched a lot.
To be fair, this friend I'm texting, she's had her cat since she was a kitty. So, like, this cat is used to her.
Uh-huh.
So, that also could play into it. Like, okay, you won't do anything to me. You can pet my belly.
All right. So, I guess we could put socks getting belly rub in the pro list. It's true to life.
Yeah, and all the belly rubs go in the pro list.
All right, true to life.
Let me write that in. Beep, 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 beep.
That actually sounded pretty cool with your keyboard. So since we're talking about Buzz's wings and things like that, I just want to add I was a little let down that we didn't see Buzz's laser. We didn't see his karate chopping action. The wings, I guess we pretty much got it, but we didn't get it from his official suit
Yeah.
until the very end. Because I was looking at that suit and I was thinking, there's not enough space back there for wings. Are the wings gonna come out of that? But then it gets added on. But I don't know. It was just missing. It was missing some things.
And his laser that he has, it's an
That's the first one I
add-on.
said.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
was missing that big time. I wanted to see him use it on Zurg.
Are we gonna get to Zerg?
Let's get to Zurg. Sure.
We had said in Toy Story 2 that we were gonna get to Zerg, and then we never got to Zerg.
All right. So now, since we said here, let's get to Zurg. Let's talk about Hawthorne.
Which Hawthorne?
Both.
What's
No,
it?
Zurg.
Izzy and Alicia. I just need to get their names right. But yeah, Zerg.
Yeah, let's talk about Zurg. We'll get to the Hawthorns too.
Can I proposition you a little rewrite and see what you think of this for Zerg?
Oh, all right. Like a pitch meeting, sure.
Yeah. I wanna get your opinion on this. What if I'm gonna set the stage? Star
Okay.
Command is, let's make it a little homage to Star Trek. You know, they're space explorers. That was their whole thing, defenders. What if Buzz's father is Zurg, hence from Toy Story 2, the whole like I am your father thing? Make that so Buzz's father goes missing for years, drifted off into space, never heard from again. Buzz grows up to become a space ranger, just like his daddy. Goes on this adventure or whatever, realizes that this colony of people is being attacked by this robotic warlord, Zurg. When he has his epic showdown with Zurg, the reveal is that Zurg is his father, who's come back for revenge since nobody ever rescued him.
What was the first part where, how is he Zurg from the beginning?
So, like, what if he was a space ranger, Buzz's father, Lightyear Sr.,
Yeah.
and he got into a scuffle or whatever trying to defend humanity, but something happens where he drifts off into space and nobody goes to rescue him. They just kind of abandon him.
So he's just floating in space?
Yeah, floating in space. And this could be also why Izzy is afraid of space. Like, there's a fear of, like, you think about a ranger drifting off into space all by themselves with no resources, and that's really frightening.
Okay.
And so when he comes back as Zurg, it's because he's upset that space rangers, you can include like a little bit of a family lesson here for kids. Like, space rangers always stick together. We never leave a man behind or something. But this was the exception. He got left behind. Nobody rescued him. And then so he's come back for revenge. He wants to take over this colony, this world. And Buzz has to stop him, but it's his father.
Where does he get his Zurg suit from?
He, on his drifting, he gets picked up by
an alien
a robot that's on autopilot, an AI that's gone rogue like Cortana, and it picks him up and gives him the super suit.
Beams him into the ship.
Yeah, and gives him the Zurg outfit.
It's just pre-built.
Yeah, like
okay,
like Ironmonger from Iron Man 1.
Yeah. Wait, Ironmonger. Were we watching something that I was just reminded of him recently? I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit more. But yeah, Obadiah Stane.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, and then his dad is upset, and he's like, "All right, I'm seeking revenge now."
Yeah.
Against Star Command.
Star Command.
Okay. Well, you know what? I feel like it's better than Buzz being Zurg.
Yeah, it's better than what we got, because I am very upset that it was Buzz. And the whole, why do they call you Zurg? That's just what they call me. What?
Yeah, they didn't really think this out. They didn't really think out how he got the name Zurg, and also how they didn't even want to explain how he really got the suit. He's just like, "Oh yeah, I found it. No one was using it." And it got people thinking like, "Oh, so there must be a real Zurg out there." which makes sense. But I don't know. There's supposed to be sequels to this movie, right?
Is there?
I don't know, especially after how it did in the box office. Not very good.
This is not a credible source for me or for anybody, but for me, I only know there's going to be a sequel if Wikipedia has a section called sequel in the movie. And there's no sequel.
Really? Okay. I didn't know it has a section like that.
It'll do that for any film that has a possible sequel. It'll say like possible future or sequel. And there's
Did you
nothing
stay
here.
for the end credits?
I did all, what, 3 of them?
I only saw one, and that's all I could take, and I walked out.
You didn't stay for all of them? I mean,
No,
there's not much.
I saw the one where the guy's just like, huh, laser shield. And then that's it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna head out. And that's it. They didn't tease a sequel
They
with
did
any
a
of them?
little. I mean, a little bit, but it didn't really tease a sequel. I mean, in the post-credit scene, Zurg is alive. He's not dead.
And by Zerg, you mean
Buzz,
Buzz is future
o-
Buzz is alive?
old
Old
man
Buzz?
Buzz. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so weird that Pixar thinks Buzz will turn evil like that.
Yeah, that was the biggest, I think, betrayal for me in this film. This is what knocks it down a couple of points for me. Is that whole assumption that Buzz in some alternate reality at some point or timeline or whatever turns evil and becomes Zurg.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy.
Buzz is just like Woody. Buzz is loyal and he cares for
Yeah.
his team. He would never do that. They would both be on the same page. And I bet real Buzz, old Buzz coming back from the future, he'll say when he finds out about Izzy and like the new crew and stuff and how they lived their lives out, he's like, "Oh, really? Oh, that's so great. So they lived a good life. They found a way to live here. All right, let's make it work here then." That's what Buzz will do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this Buzz is doing.
Think about it. He's willing to erase all of these people that were born on that colony because of a mistake he made.
Yeah, they made him just very selfish and self-centered for a very long time. And it makes you think, what was a turning point for our Buzz? Well, Chris Evans' Buzz. What was a turning point for him that stopped him from becoming old man Buzz?
Socks.
So- well, he stood with
He,
Socks the whole way.
that was the biggest betrayal of top 10 anime betrayals was old Buzz crushing old Socks.
There was an actual death in this movie.
That was I'm still not over that. It's from my nightmares right there.
Alicia, sorry, but Socks was the biggest death of this movie when he
Absolutely.
got stomped.
Alicia went in peace. Socks got stomped.
You're right. Yeah, she lived
A
a
full life.
long, healthy life.
She got interstellared and was able to live a full life.
That's another thing I wanted to say. Just like how we jump around in Elbow Nudge.
Yeah, yeah.
Back to the beginning, they showed no reason for them to leave this planet. It was hostile. He reported it was hostile, and Buzz would get pulled by a vine every once in a while, but they were making it work for a long time, and they acknowledged it. They said like, "Hey, we found a way to make it work here," but that's a problem that they didn't show an urgency for Buzz to keep doing these test flights, because all that time that he spent losing years of spending time with his friends, it could have been better spent just building the city and like probably building that laser bubble, and it would have been fine. They were all fine. They didn't really show an immediate threat.
Yeah, I agree. Is the writing is just so questionable in that aspect of these are things that didn't have to happen. These are decisions that didn't have to be made. And I just really feel like for this being Pixar's like theatrical release, and they are so we talked about how like in Toy Story 3 everything comes back like to it, like the writing is so carefully done and it all comes together in the end and the comedy is on point, and then you get to like this is the same studio, albeit not the same writers and everything, but still like the story just doesn't work as well. And that's a huge issue part. That's the motivating factor is we got to get off this planet, when I really feel like they didn't make it either they didn't make it dangerous enough, or they didn't show a reason, like a good full reason why Buzz would keep going through these tests, or why they should leave the planet, all of that.
This is where I felt it was directionless, and they should have chosen a story to stick to. I feel like they should have either done the interstellar story and really focus on that, like let Buzz spend more time on this planet. I forgot the name of the planet, but let him spend more time on this planet. Let him live a couple days with everyone else. Do not montage it, and show their daily struggles. Show them actually having a fight day to day. Make it a little bit harder, but then also show a balance. Like, hey, some days are actually good, and it could be kind of bad, but we're making it work. And I have a family now. I got married. I have a kid, and other people are building a family, and we're building an infrastructure here. It's actually not too bad. And then make it a little bit harder to decide. Like, hey, is it worth finding a hyperdrive, or should I spend more time here? Like, give us those moments where we have to think about it. Think about, like, this is a tough choice. What should they do? Should they leave this planet or invest in this planet? And then bring in Zurg too. Because then that was the actual big threat, but that happened way, way down the line. Like, Alicia was already dead and
Yeah.
Izzy was alive. So they were living a relatively peaceful life up until Zurg shows up. And then that could have been their third act or something. But yeah, I was saying, so focus on the interstellar part of the story, or focus on the rookie side of the story, and yeah, focus on the team building and finding out who Zurg is. But the Zurg thing has to change too, because the whole future Buzz thing, being a jerk and selfish, just doesn't work.
Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
Yeah, but this is what I was thinking about Lightyear when we were talking about Toy Story 3, because again, this just goes to show how much better crafted Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 was. Their
Mhm.
stories meant a lot more, and these are just toys in a bedroom. This, I don't even know. I'm just gonna forget about this in a couple days.
This should have meant more if we think about it. Like, this is, and both of us are big fans of the sci-fi genre.
Yeah,
And I feel like this movie had it has the genre for us. It has the stakes. Like, you could have made this movie have bigger stakes, better stakes. It had the makings of greatness, but they didn't go all the way with it.
and it had the beautiful sci-fi shots we wanted.
Oh yeah, they did do that a lot, but it really was kind of a no substance kind of film. It has a lot that of potential. It has some stuff going for it. I think I even told Davey, like, it wasn't a bad movie, but it was a very whelmed film. I just don't see why this was Andy's favorite and stuff.
It just wasn't fun enough.
I like that better said. Yeah, it wasn't fun. And this is Pixar. You have fun watching their movies.
You need like a James Gunn on this. You need
Yeah.
something. Again, I said it before. I wanted to walk out and be like, yeah, Space Rangers. Let me look up Buzz TV show, and let me see if there's any comic books on Buzz Lightyear. But nah, none of that.
No, yeah.
Like with Sonic, I walked out of Sonic like,
Oh,
dude, Sonic's the best now. It's
I,
so cool.
I walked out of there. I was hearing Sonic on the way home. All of that.
Yeah. Buzz in this movie, he wasn't even the star of this movie. I don't know. It felt weird. It's like, what happened? Were they saving their good stuff for a sequel?
They
Because there's a lot
shouldn't.
they didn't do here. They could have established Star Command. They could have established Space Rangers. They could have put them on more missions. And this was just a completely weird, different story.
I mean, I feel like from a writing part, you don't have to establish a lot of things. Like when you watch a film like Star Trek, you know what I think, are they called Star Command? But
I don't know.
Starfleet, I think it's Starfleet.
Starfleet, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get these confused.
We're
But
gonna upset some people.
yeah, I'm sorry, Trekkies. But like, you can watch Star Trek and they don't have this big old origin story of how it started. They're explorers, they're looking for new corners of the galaxy. A lot of it can just be based off of assumed knowledge that you have of your audience. And if it's kids, it's even easier because you're like, all right, he's a space ranger. He just flies around space. And you're like, yeah. It's just,
I agree with you on that. I don't think it had to be an origin story, not the creation of Star Command. No, but I wanted to see Star Command.
I absolutely agree. And it looks like, but that's what this movie did. They were like, oh, we're going to show how Star Command was formed. Like, Buzz, you're going to be in Star Command. And it's like, okay. All right.
Well, that's them starting over. I assume there's a Star Command on Earth, right? Earth is a thing.
I completely forgot about that. You're right. Like, he had a mission.
Yeah, this was them being marooned. This was not part of the mission.
Yeah. Now they just like restarted up Star Command.
Oh, by the way, yeah, and this doesn't connect to what we're talking about, but when he said, "I'm Buzz Lightyear, I'm always sure," he says that in Toy Story, right?
I'm going to Google it.
It sounds familiar, but I can't remember what movie it was from. But you know that scene, the one where he crashes a turnip.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has said it before.
I think he says it in Toy Story 2.
What are you getting?
I have a clip from Lightyear, but then I also have a clip from Toy Story 2, but it's like a 1 minute clip.
All right. I'll believe it's from Toy Story 2. It sounded very familiar.
No, he doesn't say it. No, he doesn't say it in Toy Story 2. Or does he?
So I guess he doesn't say it at all.
And I'm just not looking at the right.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Oh. I found it.
He says it.
He says it in the elevator where he's like, mission log, have infiltrated enemy territory without detection and are making our way through the bowels of Zurg's fortress. And they go, I think that buzz owl really went to his head. Okay, which way do we go? This way. What makes you sure? I'm Buzz Lightyear. I'm always sure.
Yes.
There you go. Wow.
That's our Buzz.
Look at you recalling that. Perfection. I didn't even remember that.
I'm sure a lot of people did, but I couldn't even remember what movie it was until you looked it up.
I was not one of those people who remembered it. I just didn't even know
That's
he
why
said
there's two of us here.
It's so true. So true.
Oh man, let's just watch Toy Story again.
You know what? You're right. Let's just load up Disney Plus. You've
I did
got a
not get any of
friend in
that.
me.
You got a friend in me.
I think that was I was telling this to Davey. I think one of the issues was I was expecting to walk into a movie that was going to give me at least along the same vein of the emotions that Toy Story gave me, and I didn't get that with this movie. And maybe that's what attributes to my disappointment.
I thought I was gonna get a movie inspired by some episodes of the Buzz Lightyear show.
That would have been amazing.
I haven't seen any of them, but I'm pretty sure they're good or fun enough. And I thought we were gonna get it done in high quality animation. But we just got some strange. I read this early on before the movie came out, and I didn't dig into it. But some people had a theory that I don't know what gave it away. I think they were talking about socks and how they were being a little cynical about it. How like socks was thrown in there so that it could be merchandise, and kids will like the movie a little more because it's like a little cat. And somebody brought it up because I'm reading this on a Reddit thread, and somebody brought up that this movie looks like a script that got put in the back burner or like stored away, and they didn't know what to do with it, and they decided to just slap on the Toy Story brand, Lightyear in particular, and that's how they found the way to make this movie. Like that's the impression that they got, and a lot of people were agreeing with that. And I hope that's not the case, but now seeing what the story's about, I feel like it could be a possibility because it's not very Buzz Lightyear centered. It's very strange what they decided to do with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's I hope that's not true. I'm actually not entirely against that because that's actually how 10 Cloverfield Lane was made. Remember I told you about that? It was like a
Mhm.
script for something else, and then they decided to make it a Cloverfield movie.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite movies. But this, I feel like that theory might hold true because, again, we're talking about themes from other movies that don't relate to Buzz Lightyear at all or Toy Story at all. Why were they going these weird directions? And the yeah, like the Interstellar story and the Zurg plot line makes it feel like, oh man, they kind of had to twist the story in ways to kind of make it fit around Buzz when it really doesn't.
It yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I have nothing against like having a script in the back burner and then being like, "Hey, what do we got back there?" Cuz yeah, you could find some hidden gems and stuff. I just think that you would think that today, even if they had a quote script in the back burner unquote, you would have a Pixar executive or, a story writer look at that and say, "Okay, we should make some changes. This won't fly by today's standard. We're Pixar." But that wasn't the case.
Or use it for a different property they have, not their one of their best. Toy
Yeah,
Story.
not Toy Story, not Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. It's like, come on. Come on. Also, did he ever say Buzz Lightyear to the rescue? I don't think so.
No.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Not a flying toy.
Can.
I miss Buzz. I
I
miss him, Caroline.
I
Where
do
is
too.
he? He wasn't in this movie.
Toy Story 2. There's two
Toy
of them.
Story 1, 2, and 3. That's where he's at.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh
even know if
yeah.
he's in 4.
Not as much as he should be.
I was gonna say I did not get any of the highs that I got from Toy Story from this movie. Like none of the moments were
Yeah.
ever as exciting.
Any moments of excitement I had in Lightyear does not compare to the moments of excitement for Toy Story, nor any nostalgia or anything like that, nor, walking out. I would watch Toy Story for our rewatch for these episodes, and I've still got You Got a Friend in Me stuck in my head. Lightyear doesn't even have like a theme. He doesn't even have a theme song.
Um, Vague Star Wars ripoffs.
Yeah, vague Star Wars. You wish it was John Williams ripoff. That's the thing too, is this is composed by Michael Giacchino. You know,
Yes, I saw that.
the bomb, 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 bomb,
Yeah,
bomb,
was he just trying to make a quick paycheck or something? Because
and up, and was it Ratatouille? He has such. Maybe I was listening. I listened to the music, and I couldn't detect that reoccurring melody that he puts in his songs. It was just really like rip off Star Wars.
Buzz even has a theme in Toy Story. He
Yeah,
has his little. I can't
yeah.
replicate it, but if we find it, if I play it, I bet you would know it. Is whenever he's
Buzz
like doing
Lightyear.
something like a quick heroic thing, or like about to fly or whatever. It's like a quick chime that he has.
Yeah.
That did not show up here.
Yep. I found it's like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Yes.
It that didn't show up. Maybe a little bit when he got his wings. I think. I think I remember hearing it, but eh.
I felt like they needed to make this movie a little cheesier. I think they were afraid to be cheesy.
They should have embraced it. Buzz Lightyear is kind of cheesy, but it works for Buzz.
Yeah. Because the whole Zack Snyder thing and the muted colors, you got to do that when you want the movie to be more serious and, you know, important. This is a real Buzz Lightyear, not a toy Buzz Lightyear. So he can't yell out Buzz Lightyear to the rescue or to infinity and beyond because why would an adult say that? But he needs to say that. This is Buzz.
Yeah, and I really cannot stand the muted colors in space movies. It like look at the ride for Buzz at Disney World. Look at the colors.
Oh,
Look at that.
I'm good at this. I'm very good at this ride.
I'm very good at this ride too. And just Look at all the colors they use mixed in this. Imagine if the movie was filled with those vibrant 90s space colors.
It would have been a kids movie that Andy would have liked.
Exactly. Like it should have looked like Pizza Planet. Like the inside of Pizza Planet.
Yeah. It should have been how Toy Story 2 opened, except with the updated
Yeah.
animation quality.
I want to hear the bum bum
Da, da. I wanted to see a Zerg's
bum
power
bum bum
cell
bum bum bum.
battery.
Yeah. Oh, I thought when they were making the hyperdrive, I was like, "Is that the battery?"
Are they gonna take it from Zurg? His double A battery?
his
It's
Omnicore
more like a
double A
D, right?
battery.
I don't know what to say, Carolyn.
Did you know that at Disney World? You know how like they have characters walking around Disney World?
Yeah.
So like, for Buzz, oh, did it not copy? Oh, file is too large. Okay. Sorry. It's just Buzz.
Do you make like a picture packet or something for these things where you're just ready to send them off?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, this Buzz is hideous.
That's the Buzz at Disney World. Well, now
His eyebrows are scary thick.
oh, I don't think I grabbed a picture of it in time. Dang it. It's like just a guy now. They don't even have him look.
Is it Chris Evans just standing at Disney
It's
World?
it's just a Chris Evans lookalike. I just got a better picture of cartoon Buzz.
Oh, this Buzz looks so much better. Jesse looks good too.
Oh, okay, I found him. I found him. Yeah, this is look, that's Buzz.
This is a lie.
That's Buzz Lightyear.
It says Lightyear on it, but I don't see Buzz.
That's Lightyear.
Why? This could be an actual NASA suit.
You see the muted colors tone? You see all the joy seeped out of that face.
This wasn't taken at Kennedy Space Center.
Nope.
This is Disney World.
This is Disney World.
Wow. This is a shame.
He's just a real dude with
Yeah.
the hair of Buzz and Chris Evans.
For
The
the audio
hair.
listeners, you just gotta imagine how amazing Buzz looks and then compare it to literally a guy in like the most basic astronaut suit you could imagine without a helmet on.
A regular old white guy.
It's just a white suit with pale blue accents on it. That's it.
And that Chris Evans-y hair.
Chris Evansy.
Chris Evans-y
Not
hair.
even close, Caroline. This is like
Chris Evans-y hair.
on a scale of like 1 to Chris Evans hair, this is like a 2.
Chris Evans-y.
I can't see this right now. I want to be excited about Buzz. And you're giving me more things to feel down about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, I don't like that he took off his little purple thing so many times.
Yeah, his suit is complete with the purple hood, but he looks better without it. In this realistic version, he's better without it.
I kind of wanted him to keep the purple thing. I'm not used to seeing Buzz with
Hair.
TikTok star like hair.
Well, TikTok star.
TikTok star Chris Evans-y hair.
No, that's Chris Evans' hair. But we already knew that. This is definitely modeled after Chris Evans.
I wanted to ask you, what do you think about that? Do you wish that Tim Allen voiced him?
No, I think it's fine that they got Chris Evans or like anyone else because this is it's true that any toy that you get, you're not going to get the official voice actor of the person who played them in the movie or the show. It's kind of rare that would happen, so I'm okay with that. And I think I would have been a little bit more disappointed to hear Tim Allen, our actual Buzz, be in this movie.
Oh.
So that means we still have our Buzz uncontaminated in Toy Story.
I guess you're right along that sense, but I think this movie would have been a little bit elevated for me if I would have heard Tim Allen. Especially Tim Allen really wanted to play Buzz too. That was another thing is that
He wanted to be in Lightyear.
yeah, he did.
I haven't been following it, but I know like him and Disney just are kind of through with each other, or Disney doesn't want to use him.
He said in a lot of interviews, even after like Toy Story 4 came out, he's down. He wants to play Buzz. He loves playing Buzz. And if it meant being Buzz in Lightyear or in a possible like fifth Toy Story, he said he's down for anything. Just call him.
But all right, so I guess it's only on Disney's side. I don't think Disney wants to use him for whatever reason, and I think that was one of the reasons why his role was minimized in Toy Story 4.
That's sad. He's like, I hope that's not the case and that maybe it's just more to do with the story writing and stuff for Toy Story 4, but he's Buzz. His voice is so perfect.
Yeah,
And well, I mean, Chris Evans did an okay job. I don't want to like diminish him. And I even said, and I stand by it, that I didn't feel like I was hearing Chris Evans. I was able to like think this is Buzz in this movie, but I think it just would have been a little more closer to home if it was Tim Allen.
I think Chris was a great choice, and he did good in this movie, but it was just the wrong story and just the wrong Buzz because this is not Buzz.
Aside from that and like Socks, did you have any other character that you liked or disliked? Like how'd you feel about the Hawthorns?
All right, so Grandma Hawthorne,
Mm-hmm.
Alicia.
Uh-huh.
I feel like she didn't get enough time to shine. I didn't see her as the person worthy enough to have a statue at the end, or I didn't see her as a great space ranger. And that goes for both, for Buzz and her. Like, I don't see them as great space rangers. I don't think we got enough time to see that.
You're right, yeah.
It was really only that the opening scene that was 5 or 10 minutes long. That's the only time Alicia was a space ranger. So I don't know why she's one of the best. And I know it's also Buzz just speaking highly of her. You know, that's how people treat their team and whatever. You know, you speak good about them. But I didn't get to see it. Like, why is she one of the best? I want to see that. Yeah, and then I just didn't like how it just fast forwarded through her entire life. I didn't get to see why they were such close teammates, why they had the Infinity and Beyond handshake or whatever you want to call it, finger ET touch. I don't know why they developed that outside of just because Buzz says it in Toy Story. Yeah, and then young Hawthorne, Izzy, this is where I feel like they rushed to get to the finale of, oh man, she has to fill her grandma's shoes,
Mm-hmm.
or you know, like she's burdened by the bar that was set by her grandma. Like, we understand the story, but they never fully developed it and never really earned that, hey, I made it, like I did it for you, I'm a space ranger now just like you. And I don't know what more they could have done outside of just like spending more time with that, because I felt like it was just thrown in there. And I don't know. So which character I like the most? I don't know, Caroline. Do you have one?
Ah, you hit the nail on the head with Alicia. I wanted to see her do more. I wanted to see her. She's supposed to be Buzz's best friend. We see a little bit of that, but I wanted to see more of that friendship, more of her being the space ranger. She's the commanding officer. She's like in charge. So I don't know. I just wanted to see a little bit more of that. I do like uh I guess like that little montage of her always driving him back. I thought was kind of funny, but other than that, I wish we saw her do more things. And for Izzy, I wanted to like her. And I just feel like there was something holding me back from that. I mean, I can understand why she would be afraid of space, especially if you were like born on this planet and then the thought of like, I can go out there. But it also feels like that fear came and went, where she's like, oh, you're going to take us up there to like destroy Zurg, right? And then it's like, that means you have to go into space. And she's like, oh, well, I'm just going to be ground support. And then later on, she's like, you're not taking us with you? And it's like, Izzy, do you want to stay or do you want to go? What do you want to do? What's going on here?
Yeah, I think it's a timing thing. They just had to like squeeze in personality traits. Taika's character, it was just the pen thing.
Yeah. And he was always causing problems.
Oh, he was the worst.
Always causing
It
problems.
ruined everything.
Yeah. Darby, which is the other one, they like, she was pretty funny. Darby was pretty funny with the I can make anything into a bomb.
Yeah.
Like that works, but like that was a minimized character. You have like two traits or like three. Old grumpy likes bombs, you know? That's all you got to do. And Mo, which is Taika Waititi's character, was just blumbering around, talking unnecessarily and then messing everything up. And then that doesn't help because Izzy is a little bit of that too, where she's making mistakes and she's trying to fill these shoes. You don't need to have two characters like that in the group.
Yeah, you're right. It is both of them kind of like fumbling around.
It's just like this is just one of the things why the dynamic doesn't fully work with this crew. It would have been really neat if like Mo, which is Taika's character, you don't have to make him a blumbering kind of clumsy guy. He could be just a really shy nerd. Like he's really smart, or like make him a mechanic. When their little car breaks down, he's like, I can fix this. I know how to fix this. They do that, but it's really roundabout. He's like, oh, we learned about it in class. No, make him contribute something to the team. Make him be smart or useful in an aspect. Like, hey, you know what? I'm a mechanic. I can fix this. I can fix the ship, things like that. But we don't get that. Everything, like the movie is telling Buzz, you don't have to do everything by yourself, but yet he's the only character that can do everything. They don't give him people who can actually help.
That's a really good point. Yeah. That's an excellent point because outside of that, what was the moment where he started realizing, all right, these guys are actually supporting me and we could work as a team and I can't do it on my own. And I know the ones it's supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be the cones when they were trapped in the red cones. I know it's a spaceship scene when he's flying, but it really wasn't demonstrated well at all. And it kind of at the end when he's like, I already have my team. It's like, really? Did
Yeah.
did you really prove that was like they will be reliable?
That whole time, y'all almost, lost it all. You want to do that again?
The Zerg mission I also thought was a little underwhelming where the two of them, their only mission was to close the door.
Yeah.
They just had to close the door. And then Izzy just had to get to Buzz. She has something more important to do. But
You could have done so much. This could have gone into the same thing. Like if the Taika character was like a mechanic, you could have said, okay, your job is to go into like this part of the ship. You're going to deprogram all the robots so he doesn't have an army. Like
yeah,
have him be useful. And then like Darby, your job, you're going to blow up the ship. You're going to rig the ship. So when we leave, blow it up. And Buzz has to do that. Buzz has to be the one that, slams into the interface and fights off Zurg and makes sure that Izzy is okay because she's over here floating across space. And then even what was it, that scene where he's like, Izzy, like, I need you to help me. She just hands him a laser. That's it. She doesn't actually help him.
this is what I'm saying. The team who made Toy Story 3, imagine if they made this movie. I don't know how
Uh,
many people are still there, but like,
uh,
how could it be the same people? How? Like, this Toy Story 3 was thought out from beginning to end. Lightyear, I don't know if you could say the same about that. And also, we mentioned it a little before, but do you accept that theory too that there is a real Zurg? Or was it always just like some sort of mech suit? You think there's a real Zurg that operates that thing?
Thinking that there is a real Zurg gets me upset because we should have seen that. If there is a real Zurg, that should have been in this movie. You shouldn't, as a movie writer, hint at there being a real Zurg in your first movie.
That's what I'm saying. This should have been the movie where Buzz uses his laser, where we see Star Command, where they're Space Rangers, and where Zurg is the main villain. He should
Yeah,
have been Darth Vader because he's inspired by Darth Vader.
exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know if they were planning this with a sequel in mind or a trilogy in mind.
I have a little bit of a theory, but I don't know how much basis it has.
What do you
What
got?
what if, because Buzz's story is so similar to Star Wars, what if because of the failure, or I say failure in air quotes, but the negative reception to the Star Wars sequels, what if that made these writers say, "Oh no, we can't have that many references to Star Wars in this movie. People don't like the sequels and we can't remind them of the sequels."
I don't think it would have too much effect because you can always reference the original trilogy. That's always going to be great movies.
That's true. Yeah.
And they already did. They already did, like, it's toy, so Zurg doesn't necessarily have to be Buzz's dad. It was definitely a joke, but they brought it back here, and I was waiting to see how they're going to handle that if he is going to be the father. But they definitely could have took more inspiration from Empire Strikes Back if they wanted to. It wouldn't have been a problem.
They should have made Zurg his dad. I'm sorry. If Toy Story set the law, you got to abide by that. If Toy Story says it, it goes.
Yeah, because the only reference was that he called him dad. He's not his dad. He just mistaked him for his dad.
He goes, he's like, "Father?" And it's you, Buzz.
Yeah.
Uh,
They had cool ideas here. For example, let's say if they introduce future Buzz much earlier on, they could have made him seem like that he could have been like the Lotso or the Stinky Pete. He could have seemed like the good guy at first, and then we could have got into a little bit more of like why he suddenly started thinking this way of like, oh, forget those people. We need to stick to our mission. It's all about us. Instead it was just like a quick like, forget about them. The mission's still a go.
yeah.
But I don't know. That's what I've been thinking. I feel like they have components here that if they just stuck to one, it would have been a lot better.
I agree. And I think we can shift gears a little bit. I want to tell you about all the Marvel references in this movie. And by that, I mean behind the scenes. Because
Oh,
obviously, you got Chris Evans in this film. So,
oh, okay. Now we're getting to this. Okay.
older Buzz is voiced by James Brolin, who's the father of Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos. Of course, you would know this, but this is for our audience. So, I'm going to send you an article. You don't have to read it, but it's just the headline.
Okay, I'll read the headline. Chris Evans apologized to Josh Brolin's dad for Thanos' endgame defeat. What?
Yeah. So, in an interview with Fandom, Chris Evans said at the premiere of Lightyear, he said, "Yeah, I met James Brolin last night for the first time in the premiere, and I told him, sorry, I had to kick your son's ass. I mean, technically, he beat me up a little bit. He might have won the battle, but we won the war."
That's perfect. Captain America's gloating. What did he say
I
in
don't have that
response?
here. I don't have that here. Just that
He
he
was
did
stunned, silent.
he did joke around with James Brolin about the relation.
He had a really good 1v1 with Thanos.
He
No
did.
spoilers, of course. No spoilers. If anyone who hasn't seen Avengers Infinity War Endgame, don't worry. You're safe here.
Another one that I think is a little bit, I mean, I wouldn't expect anybody, you don't have, like, as an actor, I think for some roles you don't have to do any research for and stuff like that, but James Brolin has never watched any of the Toy Story movies.
That's awesome.
So he said he said right here, "I just agreed to voice Zurg purely on the grounds that the Pixar guys have good judgment."
Oh, hold on, because yeah, usually I like that, but I just want to say real quick, I forgot for the first like minute or two, I forgot it was James Brolin who voiced him. And I was thinking, is it Chris Evans again doing an old voice? Because he did it before.
Oh, you're
I'm not saying where.
no, I don't think you will.
And, he's done a lot of movies, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, back to the actors not knowing their source material. I actually really like that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't think that an actor needs to like dive in and stuff like that. It's nice for certain roles. For certain roles, it's like, okay, they did a little bit of background work. That's pretty cool, but I don't think that's a necessity for every actor. That's to me, that's up to the writers to write that into the script and to tell, and then for the director to tell the actor, hey, you want to act this way, you want to be like this. That's not the actor's job.
Exactly right. Yeah. Because a lot of actors get praise for being big fans of whatever it is, the books, the comics, whatever it is, and that's great if they're fans of whatever they're part of. But I feel like let's not overlook really good actors who are good at their job and they have no idea what the source material is, because there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay if they're doing their job well. I think it's fine if they haven't read the book or seen the previous movies in the franchise. It's fine. And also James Brolin, yeah, why would he watch Toy Story?
I mean, does he have grandkids? You got a
He
friend
should.
in me.
Does Thanos have kids besides Gamora and
Gamora and
Nebula?
Nebula. I don't think he has a good relationship with his grandkids. Got a friend in me.
How old is Thanos' granddad?
Thanos'
I
father,
mean, yeah, father.
James Brolin. Age. He's 81.
Oh, you're looking up the. I was thinking actually Thanos' dad.
Does Thanos have a dad?
He should. He was born. There is a
Thanos.
baby Thanos that gets mentioned. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know what movie
he's baby
I'm talking about.
Thanos.
He's Thanos.
Oh, look at that. He has a father. This is like comic book stuff, though. Mentor or Alars? Huh.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, everything exists in the comics.
Everything.
Yeah, so
Brother
that's
of
right.
Thanos. Is this Eros? Yeah. Eros is actually his brother? Huh.
Oh wait, Eros is
Harry
this guy?
Styles?
Yeah.
Bum. Ba bum. Ba bum.
I
Bum.
forgot.
Ba
There's one more
ba
movie to
bum.
look forward to
Bum bum.
with Harry
Ba
Styles.
bum. Ba bum.
Which movie I'm referencing? I don't know. I'm not gonna say. No spoilers here, guys. Don't worry. We're
No
all safe.
spoilers, even a year later. You can be
We're doing
assured of that.
we're doing so many spoilers without context right now. We've spoiled so many movies right now.
Have we? Have
Yes.
we?
Yes.
Have we?
Yes.
Have we?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You have any lingering thoughts about this film, Tone? Anything you said you had questions.
I've been asking them throughout.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Because I
if
was
you
curious
were
about the Andy thing. I was curious about if you thought the movie was live action or not.
okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, what you thought about it, because I thought I was gonna be the only one that felt this way. I was like, it wasn't very good actually.
Now we're
It
on the same
wasn't.
page there. Did you have any more?
Let me look at my notes real quick.
Oh,
I wrote lightning port.
lightning port.
Socks has a lightning port in
Oh
his
yeah, he's got
tail.
like a
An
USB-C,
iPhone.
like a,
No,
or
I
like,
thought it was a lightning port. It didn't look like a USB-C.
I thought it was a USB-C.
It could have been.
Socks charging.
Is it lightning port versus USB-C?
I'm finding out. It looked like a USB-C.
I thought so at first too, but I'm pretty sure it's a lightning port. A
I'm
lightning cable, I guess.
looking it up. Yum 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 yum. I have a picture of it. It does kind of look like an iPhone charger, but just bigger. It looks like a USB-C.
No. No,
Look at
because
the,
USB-C would have
look at that
an
cute little
opening on the
kitty.
inside.
I can see a little divot. I can see a little opening. It's not flat.
Mm,
Meow 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 meow.
that's more of a lightning cable to me, I would say.
I want a socks that plays ASMR for me. And then just
Oh, I can't do that. No, that loud hissing white noise right next to your ear. No.
white noise, please. Okay, Buzz. That was nothing.
I
White
think I
noise.
got it a lot
That was
more closely
you.
than you did.
That was you in the morning.
Every morning.
Yeah. I could hear it in the bathroom and then blowing your nose.
I just remembered one more thing.
What?
I would love that breakfast, lunch, and dinner setup that
I
Buzz had.
knew you would. Oh my gosh, you just reminded me of that. I remember seeing that and thinking, I bet you Tony would want one of those.
And then cut to me in the theater. I want one of those.
You just like shake them and crack them and then you just munch
Oh, it's amazing. If that came with all the nutrients you needed,
all your vegetables and
yeah,
chicken.
I would never have to worry about cooking
Oh my
or thinking
gosh.
about what I need to eat. It's
That
just always there.
and the meat sandwich, I was disgusted. Even like they put the sandwich on the table and they pick it up and take a bite. Like that wet, floppy sandwich was touching that dirty table and you just took a bite of it.
That sandwich bothered me a lot. Yes, because I was thinking, they're right. I feel like you could get to a point where you think, oh, that's too much bread. That was funny. That's funny if you get used to one thing and it's like, oh, that's weird. That's too much bread. But there's so many sandwiches that doesn't work for. Like, what if you want to
Yeah.
do a sloppy Joe?
What if you want to do a meatball sub?
What if you want to do the almighty pub sub? Chicken tenders. You put chicken tenders on top, bread, and then chicken tenders on the bottom. It doesn't make sense. You can't hold all that chicken.
What if you want tuna salad?
What if you want a Philly cheesesteak?
Oh.
How do you hold all of that?
You can't.
It makes no sense.
No.
You see, Pixar, they're not thinking. They're not thinking anymore.
They're just making it for shock factor.
Yeah. It only works for a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, really. And then if you want mayo, you're done.
And I do want mayo, Duke's preferably.
I'm all about that Kraft, but okay.
Kraft.
Kraft
Have you tried
mayo.
Duke's?
We don't have Dukes here.
Oh, what?
Yeah. We have
You probably
Hellman's.
do. This is probably like the Mega Stuff Oreo situation right now.
I mean, Mega
probably
Stuff
never
was
looked
at.
for it. You probably never looked for it. That's why. But it's always right under your nose.
I'm gonna check my HEB right now. Just see.
Okay.
I'm in the website. Typing in Dukes.
We're in.
Beep 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 beep. Well, look at that. You're right.
What'd I tell you?
I'm used to my Kraft mayo. Also, it's in like a yellow label. Huh.
Yeah, it's cool.
Look at that. Okay, I'll try Duke's next time. I'm actually out of mayo.
All right. So Duke's is on the way.
It's on the way.
So yeah, this was a very inefficient sandwich. This either means that they have the worst like sandwich bowls when they have to do those, or those sandwiches don't exist at all. Meatball subs, Philly cheesesteaks, they just don't exist.
A horror, truly.
I get buffalo sauce on my chicken, my pub subs.
Ooh.
How do you hold that?
You can't. You don't.
Can't.
It doesn't exist.
Pixar, I say bring this one back to the drawing board.
This whole movie.
We can redo this. This one we got a JJ for sure. No. This one we got a DC.
Yeah, you're right. Oh.
No, we got a DC this one.
Wow. Just start it all over again. James Gunn, get in here.
Yeah, Lightyear. Now we could do the Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. We'll bring Tim Allen in here.
And James Gunn. Just have James Gunn do it.
He could do it.
He can do it. He's good at space stuff. Guardians is the example of that. Let him bring his Spotify playlist and just have at it.
His 90s Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
We're on to something here.
Pixar, you can reach us at elbownudgepod@gmail.com.
Wait, should we get Christopher Nolan on this?
I think Christopher Nolan would try to. Movie. Yeah, he would try to serious it up. Just get Lee Unkrich from Toy Story 3.
Let's get Robert Rodriguez on this.
Let's get Jon Favreau on this.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's get
Let's get Taika Waititi.
Wait a second. That could work though.
If he was directing, maybe.
Let's get Michael Bay.
Let's get Ryan Johnson.
That might just be crazy enough to work. We have a 50-50 shot at getting a masterpiece.
Yeah, he's working on Knives Out too.
Yeah, you've seen Knives Out, right?
Knives Out's good. I like Knives Out.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
You should. That's a good movie.
And Buzz Lightyear's in it.
Is he?
No. Are we done?
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. If you are hearing us on your favorite podcasting platform, give us a follow, the bell icon if you're a new listener, and an honest review if you're a returning one. If you're hearing us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon there too for some notifications.
Caroline, one last time. To infinity
and beyond.